Hello, SimTheWorld here, continuing our series through PC Building Simulator, the Esports expansion. Get ready for some PC action. Last video, we finished our outstanding jobs, finished the week strong, and helped in a pinch to help bring our esports team member the win. After that was all over, we moved on to start work for 2 more members. Let's see what we need to do to get this week's jobs finished. Alright, so let's come check our emails and see what's new. We have an email from EVGA. As the official sponsor for the Vandals Fort Fight team, we'd love for you to show off your builds to the best of your ability. We think the EVGA X299 for the Win K is the perfect base to turn some heads and get all eyes focused on your players, their rigs, and our components. As I understand it, Picard has already been using this motherboard, but if you're able to switch MG's computer over to it, we'd be appreciative. Look forward to working with you. Esports team, EVGA. Alright, so that already tells us one part we need to get. So let's go ahead and get this in the cart, because I have a feeling we're going to need a handful of components. EVGA, I could probably be a little more specific. X299 for the win. So that's in the cart. Don't have to worry about that. For our next email. Hi, Eli tells me you're going to be working with our Fort Fight team now. I saw how you handled the Heart of Stones tournament, and I'm happy to have you on board. I'm the team manager. My name is Jules. Come to me if you need anything at all. Our Fort Fight duos team is Picard and MG. They're great players, and I'm sure you'll get to know them soon. I hope you're feeling rested, because we're going to need some work done to get us ready for the match this weekend. I'll send through the tickets right away. All the best, Jules. Alright, let's continue on and see what we need to do this week. Our weekly update, Jules lets us know we have $1,200 for our budget this week. It's not quite a bit of money. Alright, Jules also has a job for us. MG is our second half of our Fort Fight Duos team. She's been with the Vandals for almost 3 years now, and we want to keep her happy. A happy player is a winning player, and winning players need high-end graphics cards. So I want you to get her a GPU upgrade. I don't have anything specific in mind, but I heard there's a part ranking app that she can use. Just make sure whatever you get her is better than what she has. Alright, so we're going to have to take a look into that. And as for our second job, Picard is one of our best Fort Fight players, but his current machine has been letting him down. It started crashing while booting up, and now it won't boot up at all. We're not sure exactly what's wrong with it, but that's where you come in. Could you take a look? Well, that certainly is our job. Let's go ahead and start with MG's computer, since this is just a graphics card upgrade. Oh, that's a nice case. So currently, she has Gigabyte Aorus GeForce GTX 1060 6GB. So we need to find a graphics card that's better than that and can run Fort Fight. Let's go check the game, see what we need for minimum spec. Go to Fort Fight. For a graphics card, we need a 1060 6GB or better. And we need 6 gigs of VRAM. So we come over to Part Ranker, and we can just keep scrolling down here to find our 1060. And here it is. It has a score of 2625, so we need something with a score better than that. Now we could move right on to the next card, but as we can see, that's only a 4 gig model. What we need is a 6 gig. So go on MSI with the 1060 Gaming X Plus 6 gig should be the ticket. Let's go to our shop and find our graphics card and add that to the cart. And that should be all we need for that, but we're not going to order those parts until the end of the day. As with the last video, I can suspect we'll need additional upgrades to these. Our computer also needs the new motherboard. So actually, why don't we remove the current motherboard and get ready for that? So we need to unplug all the cables, take off the air cooler, more cables, get rid of the RAM, and we can open the CPU and pull that guy out. With the motherboard removed, we're going to be ready for the upgrade when the new parts come in. Now, you saw all those screws in the standoffs? Can you imagine if we didn't have those tools unlocked? That's what makes the base game a little more difficult and tedious. Alright, so we have Picard's computer. We don't know what's wrong. First thing to do, let's try booting it up. And there's no boot device detected. Let's go ahead and track down and see what he's using for a hard drive. I'm not. No hard drives in the hard drive bay. Not seeing an SSD. Might be pulling a J's 2 cents here and missing the M.2. You guys don't understand the reference? That's from their recent PC diagnosing competition with Gamers Nexus. Very entertaining to watch. So let's go to our inventory and take a look at the M.2. As we suspected, that's broken. So we're going to want to replace this, and because we only have $1,200, we need to make sure we're replacing parts with what we exactly need. Let's jump over to our computer. We need M.2, so let's go over to our storage, Corsair, 4 series, and there it is. There's already one in the inventory. So it's helpful to keep the broken parts until you order the new ones. Oh boy, that's already almost $800 of our budget. Hopefully there's nothing else wrong with the computer that we need to order. You know what? Let's be on the safe side here. We can, since we already have this computer already taken apart, it's easy enough just to grab the hard drive from that. And let's go ahead and put it in to see if this will boot up and there's no other issues. I took out the graphics card, so that would help to put in. He was using, well, he certainly didn't have that in our inventory. That was his. And it booted up. Can I run Fortnite? There are more issues with the computer? Got enough RAM. Got the right. We do need to replace it with the M.2, so we're gonna say that's all we need for that. Let's take that back out. Put that back in MG's computer. Don't want to mix up the parts. Normally they want us to replace parts with the same or better components. That's why it might not have liked what we did to fix it. But at the very least, all the other components in the computer work. So with that, I'm confident enough to place this order for tomorrow and call it a day. Let's actually get rid of these emails we don't need. We ordered that. The computers are being worked on. And since we have unlimited budget for electric, we're going to leave the lights on all night. Let's get to work. No computers. Oh, Picard did message us. Hey, I found some cool looking fort fight strategy guides online. I really want to try out some of the ideas. I know, Vandals are supposed to be all about improvising. But how are we supposed to do that if I don't know the strategies of our opponents are using? So, could you get me a PC packed up over to me by the end of Wednesday? So, we're going to have to finish up his computer today. I think I can do that, so give him the old 100. Let's see, MG want anything from us today? Nope. That's good with me. Let us see if we have any new emails. We do. Hi, can you spare a few minutes to upgrade the CPU in my home PC? I've had an eye on the Intel Core i5-6500 for a while now. I also bought this PC to play Fort Fight, but I can't get it to run. Any ideas what I'm missing? Alright, so we're going to need to install a new CPU. So let's get that ordered. We need an i5-6500. Get that in the shopping cart. Also see who's messaging us now. Heard I'm getting a new motherboard. Can you make all my cables green while you're in there? I think there are 5 that I'll need changed. Alright, we'll need to change the colors of the cables. Luckily everything's taken apart. And we're putting the new motherboard in. We may want to sell some of these old parts before we go into competition. Make sure we have money for any last minute upgrades. So we will put our CPU in. Ooh, that's a nice CPU. A shame we're pairing that with a 1060. Mustn't forget our thermal paste. Need to install our RAM. We need to open up the clips. And there's only one on these. One stick of RAM doesn't look right in here either. Let's get the cooler back in. And we upgrade our graphics card. I wanted to replace the color of the cables too. Well, we do that. Let's go ahead and we need cables, and we don't have green cables. That's disappointing. How much are cables? Oh, $200 for green cables? What's all of her cables green? Ah. Fine, we'll add that to the cart. So that takes care of that. We need to replace the M.2 here on Picard's computer. But once that's done, this should hopefully be finished. Sell the broken one. Give him back his graphics card. And We'll put in a USB so we can install Fortnite on here. Since this should be all that it needs, I'm going to put the case back together. Put on Fortnite. And just as we wanted, it's diagnosed to fix. Everything's installed. So we're actually ahead of schedule on this. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and set that by the door. As for hers, we're waiting on the cables. And I think that's all we can do for today. Oh, we do want to accept this job. Make sure that computer comes. And we'll make sure that these parts come in. With that finishes Tuesday. Let's go ahead and finish our workday. We have $30 to our name. Boy, that would have been nice if our uncle didn't take that 15 bucks. Be really useful right about now. Of our cables. This is Jules' computer we need to fix. Do we have any new emails? We do. This is from MG. Hey, sorry to message you again, but my grandma has been bugging me for a few days about her computer. She says it gets awfully warm and doesn't make those nice whirling noises it's supposed to anymore. Literally no idea what she's talking about, but I was hoping you might be able to figure it out. I told her to send it over to your workshop. Alright, so this is a $50 job. We have a budget of $300 and we'll make $100 from fixing Jules' computer. So let's finish up MG's first. We want to put on green cables. Those nice green cables are going on. For only a couple of the components. That's alright. We needed to... I think we already did install Fortnite on here. Let's go ahead and boot it up. Maybe we didn't get to that yet. Let's throw the USB in here just in case. Nope, it's not installed. Let's go ahead and install that. Well, that finishes up. We're going to finish off this case. We put the new motherboard in, so EVGA will be happy with us. Cables are good. Last minute requests taken care of. This computer is ready to go too. And finally, we need to take care of Jules' computer. So we already bought the CPU. That's the 6500. Tell me, he doesn't have enough RAM. He does not have enough RAM to play Fortnite, does he? He needs 8 gigs of RAM. Oh. We are running out of money. Do we have any memory left on us? No. I shouldn't need a 750 Ti. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's sell it. 1060 is good to have on hand. Let's hold on to that. No one needs only 2 gigs of memory. This would sell for 133. That would be nice. We can sell a CPU. We don't need that anymore. And it's only $2, but we'll sell the case fan. Let's see if we can get some memory for that ordered. We need 8 gigs. We need 8 gigs of that. Let's make sure his graphics card is up to par too. Yeah, he's got the right graphics card. So the only thing he needs in his computer is more RAM. Let's go to RAM. Sort by lowest price. We want 8 gigs. Oh, that's only 60 bucks. See if we get... Let's give them some G-Skill. So that takes care of that order. Her grandmother's computer will be coming in next. Anyone want us? Doesn't look like it. Let's put that order in for tomorrow. And with that, I think that's going to end our day. Also, with ending our day, thanks for watching as I simulate my life one game at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the subscribe so you don't miss any of the action. You can follow on Twitter for updates for future games being played, as well as follow on Twitch as I try to stream 3 days a week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time at SimTheWorld.